Raptors Digest, what's up and welcome back. It is game day on the road in Atlanta, and let's burn the tapes on what happened last night, because that was a special type of garbage that we witnessed. I cannot explain it. OG Anunoby being out can't explain it. The All-Star break fatiguing Fred VanVleet can't explain it. There's no excuse. That was horrendous. And against a team that you've taken care of multiple times this season, a team that you're very close to in the standings, there's no way to justify what happened. I was upset. Everyone was. It was a tough basketball game to witness. But then again, thank you to everyone who did tune into the stream. It was still fun being with everybody online. And I also got to say, it was difficult with the technical difficulties right at the beginning. So I appreciate everyone that toughed it out with us and hung out for the entire game, even though it turned out to be just straight pain. Terrible game on the Raptors' behalf. And right now, we are currently down. Oh, man, that's an and one for DeAndre Hunter. 14-7, the current score. 7:30 left in the first quarter. The Raptors opened this game up, 5-0, 7-0. But, it's going to go back and forth a bit. The Hawks are a decent team. I think Trae Young's going to really get them into a better position than they were in the first half. We'll see what happens, man. But DeAndre Hunter, this kid's got a smooth mid-range. For anyone that's watched me commentate the Hawks versus the Raptors before, I got compliments for how this kid can shoot the ball in the mid-range. It stands out on a player now when you're smooth like that in the midway game because, it's a 3-and-D league now. I mean, the really elite players can still go to the mid-range. Speaking of which, my guy Scotty Barnes picking up right where he left off, getting the bucket there under the rim. 28-piece for him last game. You just love to see it. That's my rookie of the year. Hopefully he can continue to make a case. Trae Young gets the floater to go. And Marcel is not going to be with me tonight. I think we're going to a sort of system of Marcel. I'll let him tell you guys the news. It's exciting stuff. But Marcel is going to be fully with the brand still, doing a big role that's coming up for him. He's not going to be with me tonight. He will still be tuning in on Raptors Digest Lives and sitting in with me from time to time. But we got a big role for Marcel. We got something that's uniquely for him. So I'll let him tell you guys the news when he gets in the chat if he's going to be watching with us tonight. But a premature congrats to Marcel, who is now definitely a part of Digest Media. Not to say he wasn't before, but we've got this thing really entrenched now. And in the middle of that spiel, Scotty Barnes hit a really nice mid-range there, and Trae Young comes up and gets the and one. So he'll be shooting once we get back to play. I don't even want to look at that box score. I got to figure out the timeline on OG Anunoby's finger injury. And for anyone who doesn't know, I've shown this before on live, but I actually popped out my pinky playing basketball. It's still it's forever crooked, guys. I can't fix it. It is forever pointing the wrong direction. And hey, that's a tough bounce. Hopefully OG Anunoby gets some better medical attention than I did, just popping it back in on the court. That was dumb. That was a stupid move, but Scotty Barnes, I'm hoping this kid can keep the energy rolling tonight like he did last night. You know what? Maybe I will go down an ugly rabbit hole here, pulling up last night's box score. Let me see exactly what the numbers were. It was ugly. A 125-93 loss. I don't mean to be rehashing old wounds here, but let's see. Siakam only had 8 points. I'll read the Scotty stat line. 28, 5 and 1, 13 of 18 from the floor. 2 steals in the game too. He was looking nice. Gary Trent Jr. only 12 points. Man, your top guys did not show up. Literally nobody showed up other than Scotty Barnes. And the numbers here really back that statement. VanVleet with 8. And I'm not going to lie, it was a rough game for Thad Young. He had some moments. I mean, he ended up with 5 and 2. But he can be a lot better than that. We picked him up to be a veteran and lift up this team when they're having some uncharacteristic moments. I'd like to see that veteran presence show off on the floor a little bit more. But I am a Thad Young advocate. You guys know this. Yeah, everyone in the chat's talking about last night, how it was disgusting. Susie doesn't even want me to bring up the box score. Yeah, it's ugly, guys. It's ugly. But you know what? We'll bury that for now. Tapes are being burned. We got a game in front of us, and I'm excited to see how it goes for the Raptors. Mike Kamina saying Siakam was sick, apparently. So that means he's probably still having a little bit of an ailment tonight. Hopefully he can fight through that, because he's got to be better. I saw him get an early bucket right before I turned on the stream, but yeah, he's got to keep it rolling, man. That performance last night will not cut it. But, it's Siakam and Fred and Gary. it was multiple guys that needed to show up and just didn't at all. But hey, let's see if we have some luck tonight against the Hawks. I think we're undefeated against Atlanta this season. I think we are. I think we're 2-0 against them. But hey, we were 2-0 against the Hornets as well. So nothing for granted here, definitely. Oh, wow. Mike Kamina saying we are 6-10 without OG. Oh, my God. I didn't realize it was that bad. He's a world-class disruptor. That's the way I describe it. He will throw a wrench in your game plan. He's not the most reliable player offensively, but he's had a little bit of the clutch gene recently. He's shown up in the crunch. Fred VanVleet knocking down a 3. There we go. Coming up to the top of the key, letting it loose and hitting the bucket for the Raps. 14-19, the current deficit for Toronto. Trae Young with the ball. Throws it down there to, is that Hunter, I believe? It gets handed off to Herter, the Velvet Mamba. Then back to Hunter, who's going to shoot the 3. Oh my God, he hits it. Gorgeous shooting for him. Guys, I won't compliment the Hawks players all night, but I got to point that out early, man. He has a beautiful shooting stroke. Fred VanVleet curls back with the ball around the key, kicks it to the corner to Achua. He can hit these. He can hit these. There we go. There we go. I'm believing in my guy, Precious. Knocks it down. 22-17. The Raps are down by 5 points. 5:40 left in the opening frame. Trae Young with a left. Just misses. There we go. Good defense. Oh, and the outlet pass by Precious to Gary, taking the D to the O. Yes, sir. Lays it up on the other end. We're only down by 3 points. It's a one-possession game. Herter with the ball. He's trying to calm down the offense a little bit here. The Raptors are getting into them. Herter steps back for a 3. Misses that. And it's rebounded by Siakam. Siakam immediately looks up floor. Driving, kicking. Fred VanVleet thought about shooting it from 3, but he drives into the paint now too and backs it right back out. VanVleet from deep. Yes, sir. Lines it up and drills it. And guys, I do not have any bets tonight, unfortunately. Maybe this is a good thing because, I don't have a gambling issue. I really don't. But too much of anything is unhealthy. And now that I work at a betting company, I try to, keep it almost more professional on that side of things. Gallinari misses the 3 there. But I will be coming back with some bets soon. Even if I'm not putting down big sums of money, I will start giving my 2 cents on who I think is going to have big performances. Oh, and there we go. Speaking of big performances, Spicy P and 1 floater goes for him in the paint. He'll be shooting an extra in a moment, and the Raps take the lead. We're currently up by 2, folks. Freddie All-Star, my guy, knocking down 2 nice 3-pointers there. You guys know I got the jersey in the back. That is my dude. Definitely my favorite player in the NBA. And I've said this before on live stream, but my other favorite players in the NBA, it's a gritty bunch. I love Dylan Brooks. I absolutely love Dylan Brooks. Him and Fred VanVleet are 1 and 2 on my list. My favorite typical superstar player, that no one's even asking, I'm just spieling about this. I gotta say, I believe in Luka Doncic. I'm really excited to see the kind of career he's gonna have. And I also like Giannis, even though it breaks my heart every day that he didn't come to Toronto. And there we go. The travel on Trae Young. Yes, sir. Ice Trae getting frustrated, yelling at the officials. They might tee him up. But either way, great foot speed by the Raptors defense there. Sending the support. Precious and Chris going up there. Deterred him from putting up the shot. And then he travels with the ball. Yes, sir. Raptors getting it back. Ryan Henderson saying, losses like last night light the fire for us. Let's hope so. And speaking of that, we're lighting the fire right back up at this moment. Precious Achua cutting to the rim and getting a dunk. 4 minutes left in the opening quarter. Trae Young brings it over half for Atlanta. He's covered by VanVleet. Hanging out by the logo. Oh, great defense by Gary Trent. Strips it off of Bogdanovich, and then it's Chris Boucher battling for it. Jump ball. Great defense. I wish we could have stripped that ball out, but amazing job by Gary Trent Jr., who almost turns over the ball, or forces the turnover out of the Hawks, and was already hijacking it up the floor, trying to get a transition bucket for the Raptors. When this team plays fast and takes their D to the O, you guys know what that equation equals. Success for this team that's built on athleticism. Man, I love Gary Trent Jr. averaging 1.9 steals. That's tied for the league the league top, or is he second? He's 1 or 2 in terms of average steals per game. Man is having a special season. Siakam crosses half. He's met there by Hunter. Then Van Vliet for three, just misses. And then off-ball foul, Precious Achiuwa. There we go. That's going to be charged to Onyeka Okongwu, who I am also a big fan of. You guys know I love Onyeka. But he draws a foul there. Or draws a foul. Gives a foul there to Precious Achiuwa. And the Raptors get the ball right back. A lot of momentum on the side of Toronto at the moment. I'm liking the way we're ending this first quarter. I mean, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Shouts out Marcel. But Fred Van Vliet with it at the moment. Steps back to three. Yanks it. Hits it. Oh my God. Fred Van Vliet, 3 3-pointers in the opening quarter. And then Fred at the other end with a steal. Oh, this team is playing inspired right now. Precious Achiuwa kicks it over to Pascal, who drives. Floater just spills out of the rim, and it's rebounded there by Onyeka, and now it's up the floor to Hunter. Guarded by Trent, driving, kicking. Bogdanovic fumbles the ball but keeps it. And then, they're going to get a drive to the lane. Bucket for the Hawks. Onyeka gets the dunk. Guys, if you're watching this right now, we got like 60 live viewers in here. Do me a big favor. Drop a like spike. It helps out the channel so much. I always appreciate it. And once we get to 100 likes, I'll stop asking, I swear. Gary Trent Jr. kicks it over to Fred for another three. Give it to me. Just misses. He's shot 5 or 6 3-pointers already in the opening quarter of this game. He's got the green light, folks. DeLon Wright with the ball. Former Raptor. And then there's a stoppage of the play here. I think an off-ball foul charge to Siakam. But yeah, I'm a big DeLon Wright guy. Part of our infamous bench mob. We were torching teams with that bench mob. Who was on that? It was like Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, Fred Van Vliet. All these guys that are like the front runners of our team now came out of the bench mob. DeLon Wright. We had an absolute pack of dogs coming off of our bench. And even though our starters right now, I think, can run with any other team in the league, we do have an offensive drop off in terms of our depth. We got long, like rangy athletic defenders everywhere. Don't get that twisted. We can play defense deep into our bench. It's the scoring drops off. And I said this to Tom Moreau the other day. That's kind of why I advocate for more minutes at times for Malachi Flynn. Because Malachi Flynn can create his own shot. And he can hit his own shot too. We know this. If you watch the second half of last season, and I know it was difficult to watch, but if you stomached it out, you would notice that Malachi Flynn does have some upside. He was doing some pretty special things as a rookie. Nothing crazy, of course, but he just really hasn't got the benefit of the doubt this year. The Raptors seem much more fixated on building up Delano Banton, which I don't hate, but I do feel bad for my guy, Malachi Flynn, who got some minutes last night in a pretty unfortunate situation. The Raptors getting absolutely blown out. We don't need to go down that road, but I mean, you guys were watching it with me on live. It was terrible. But I digress. Malachi Flynn deserves a little bit more from Nick Nurse. I'm on that bandwagon still. Because it's a team necessity thing. When we go to our bench, we don't have scorers. Yes, we have athletes who can play superb defense. You know, we got a bunch of defensive stalwarts on this team, but I need a little bit of buckets too. And I think Malachi Flynn can bring a bit of that. But, you know, that's my daily live stream sound off on Malachi Flynn. I know it's not always the most popular take. And guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's like, you know, going to be our backup point guard of the future. I do probably think that'll be Delano Banton. But give Malachi a few more touches. If anything, just raise his trade value a bit. Like, he deserves something. I'll leave it there. I'm going to keep updated on the Leafs score as well as we're watching this game. Oh, hold on. York's saying they're up 3-1. No way. The game literally just started. What? Hold on. I believe my guy Adam, but I got to check. I got to check for myself. Yeah, Leafs are up 3-1 with 5 minutes left in the first period. Hold on. Got to put my flames on for the buds. You love to see that. William Nylander, Michael Bunting, David Camp scoring. All right. Love it. Hopefully the Leafs can hold on to that. No lead is safe when it's the Maple Leafs playing. And that's on either way. They can score a lot and then get scored on a lot. A volatile team is what I will say. But hey, they got a really good roster. I'm hoping we run it to the Stanley Cup this year. And subscribe to Leafs Digest if you have not already. The Hawks hit the free throw, and they're going to be inbounding here. I guess Toronto got teed up there because, yeah, Siakam picked up the off-ball foul. I believe. And here we go. We got Thad Young in the game. I'm still waiting for a very big, influential, impactful performance from Thad Young. I like him. The addition is only good. We didn't give up anything for it in theory, really. Okay, they missed the three. I want to see Thad make a big impact here. I definitely do. He's got to win over Marcel. Thad Young gets the ball, throws it right back to Precious, and then the left-handed lay-in and one. Man, what? Precious Achiuwa. That's my friggin' guy. Tom, I know you saw that one. He might have the oven mitts off for good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Precious Achiuwa, and great feed from my guy Thaddeus Young. I asked for him to be an impact player, and there you go. The very next play he creates, facilitates to the cutting Precious Achiuwa. Precious shoots the free throw, hits it. Yes, sir. This guy, I've said it before, but I hope he can get to the level of like Serge Ibaka's impact off of the bench. That's a very high, bar to meet. But that's like a ceiling. I think if he can do that and be our sixth man and sort of a defensive specialist like Serge was, I mean, you're in good situation if you can find a Serge Ibaka-like player in the NBA. I mean, they're both 6'9". They're both better at shooting threes than someone would, than most people suspect. Serge kind of got a reputation for it now, but I think Precious Achiuwa, for how raw he is, he's a pretty reliable or serviceable three-point shooter. If you're going to leave him wide open, pretty decent chance he'll make you pay for it. And that floater's not there yet. I know, it's not there yet, but the layup package is getting better, and he's always been an angry dunker, which I enjoy. Unless we're facing an angry dunker, then it pisses me off. A guy like Montrezl Harrell last night hanging around the rim. It's hype, but of course when it's happening to your team, it's hard to appreciate. Hey, we got Marcel in here. Marcel, I didn't say anything yet, but I did tell the live stream that you got some pretty big news to tell everybody in the chat. I don't know if you want to go out there and say it yet. It is up to you, but get used to Marcel's face, ladies and gentlemen. Thaddeus Young driving, going up. Ooh, nice. Gets the jelly lay-in. There we go. I asked for Thad Young to make an impact. We're getting some impacts out of the vet. Hawks shoot the three, they miss. And then it's rebounded by Trae Young, puts it back immediately and misses the floater. Fred VanVleet gets the rebound and he's bringing it back up court. 35-27 the current score. Thad Young with it, kicks it back to VanVleet. Kind of a sloppy pass. It got deflected, but Raptors retain possession. Chris Boucher slips in, doesn't get the ball. It's still with VanVleet. Fred driving the baseline, kicking out to Thad Young. Got to get a shot off, and he is blocked. Good defense by the Hawks there, but pretty sloppy execution by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet kind of held on to it a little bit long there. I'm not going to get on Freddie about that. I think he's improved a lot as a true floor general. But yeah, he was... The common criticism of Fred VanVleet is sometimes he tries to do a little bit too much, which I don't really hate. But yeah, he can hold on to the ball for a little too long at times. And guys, we will have the hot takes segment at halftime. You don't want to miss it. I'm only going to take in a certain amount of callers this time, just because my phone quality isn't the best. Sometimes certain callers tend to be quieter than others, but of course we're going to have Marcel's minute to open it up. I'm going to get Magnetic on the phone too if he's able to receive a call to finish it off, and then probably 2 or 3 other callers in the middle. And I'll try to incorporate some new people if anybody wants to call in. My @ is right there on Instagram. Send me a DM if you guys like to talk at halftime. Fred VanVleet, deep 3, misses, and then Chris Boucher. Oh man, that was about to be an air ball, but it ends up being an assist to Chris Boucher, who's there to clean up the garbage and get an easy bucket for the Raptors. We're up by 6 points, 25 seconds to go here in the opening frame. Trae Young, he's calling off the help. He's going to ISO VanVleet. Drives, gets past him, sends it over. Who is that they tried to send it to? That's Kevin Knox, and he's fouled. And for a second there, I forgot Kevin Knox was on the Hawks. Rhymes. That's hilarious. But Fred VanVleet having a nice quarter from 3. He's already hit 3 3-pointers. That one was an air ball, but it was heavily contested. And my guy, Chris Boucher. We got a bunch of guys that identify as Dennis Rodman on this team, and he is one of them. You guys remember when Dennis Rodman married himself? There will never be anyone else like the Worm. Shuts out the legend. Bro, I gotta say this right now too. I am so mad at LeBron James. Think about it. Okay, so for my job at BetStamp, they were asking, what's your lock basketball pick of the day? My dumbass picks the Lakers. And the Lakers were facing the Clippers. First game back off of All-Star break. LeBron spent the weekend surrounded by greatness. So many different generations of NBA players, and he's debatably the best one. Debatably. But you guys know how much this meant to him. Michael Jordan showing him love. He was in his hometown of Cleveland where he won a championship in 2016. And there was such an energy about this weekend for LeBron. And I remember Mike telling him, MJ said to him, you can do it, LeBron. You can bring the Lakers to the playoffs. It was something along that lines. But he was telling him, you can do it. I believe in you. And you're going to have MJ say that to you, your biggest rival in the GOAT conversation, and get that inspiration and come out the very next game against the Clippers and lay an egg. Bro, the last time the Clippers and the Lakers played before that matchup, they lost by 1 point to the Clippers. The fact that they wouldn't come back out in the second half of the season with a little bit more purpose and punch the Clippers in the mouth, who are missing Kawhi and missing PG, I was like, this is what I get for betting on the Lakers. Like, actually, this is so stupid. I love LeBron James. In my opinion, he's the best guy. He's the best player to ever do it. Most skilled, most versatile. Like, I think that he wins the one-on-one matchup with any player all time in their prime. And I know I'm going to get hated on for that, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying he's greater. I'm saying he's more skilled and versatile. He's like the only NBA legend to have zero weaknesses. MJ could not pass the ball like LeBron. That's a fact. But anyways, we don't need to open that can of worms. I'm an MJ fan as well. All I'm saying is he let me down last night. Not as bad as the Raptors let me down, but he made me look like a fool, and I can promise you I will not be betting on the Lakers anymore this season. They're a flaming dumpster fire. Le GM is out of his mind, and I'm raging about it. Yeah, man, people aren't feeling the LeBron take, but hey, I know it's tough. MJ's, LeBron's the guy in my generation, right? I grew up watching him. That's kind of how I got the organic appreciation for it. Bro, that Cleveland championship run in 2016, I know that he eliminated us from playoffs, but I couldn't help but feel the underdog energy and be rooting for the Cavs. And for some reason, the world kind of hated Steph Curry then. You guys remember that? I know a lot of people appreciated him still, but like my impression was everyone was kind of treating the Warriors like villains. And obviously Steph Curry's the head of that snake. And then they got even more villainous with Kevin Durant, but that's a different conversation. And guys, I'm seeing Marcel in the chat saying, drop a like, Spike. So for the Bald Mamba, for me, for this channel, if you can drop a like, Spike, it would be greatly appreciated. And shouts out to the 90 viewers we got in here right now. Tom Moreau saying LeBron's weakness is his ego. I kind of do agree with that. He's won enough that I feel like he isn't the most, like, he can run a front office to a certain degree, but LA gave him the keys to everything, and I just think that he's made some massive miscalculations in betting on other NBA vets to lead them all the way through the regular season into another finals appearance. That's what they wanted. The Lakers were going in as one of the favorites to win the championship. It has not turned out that way. LeBron traded away all of his role players to Washington, trying to get Russell Westbrook, who's just been a meme all year. Every time that man opens social media, he's getting cooked. Oh, Precious Achua. All right, man, we're dropping the Lakers talk. Raptors are on, and oh my God, Precious bringing the house down. Yes, sir. DeLon Wright kicks it out to, Kevin Huerter almost throws it out of bounds, but it ends up with Hunter. Hunter driving on Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes blocks him, but there is a foul there. Hunter will be shooting too. What a dunk by Precious. He's having a game. And you know what? I didn't read out his stat line from last night. I kind of just cut that part of the video off because, man, we don't need to rehash it, It was ugly. It was ugly. But Precious actually, in some limited minutes, did pretty nice. Look, the bar was very low on looking at that stat sheet. There wasn't many names other than Scotty Barnes that were jumping out at me. Virtually none. But let me see what Precious had last night because it was decent. It was decent. So Precious Achua against the Hornets last night on the road. He had, that's not too good, actually. I take back what I said. I take back what I said. In 23 minutes, he had 9 points, 5 rebounds. He did have 2 steals and a block. Second-year player, terrible game. I think that like he played okay. And when I say terrible game, I mean the team overall. But like, I wasn't mad at Precious last night or Scotty. The young guys kind of showed up. It was the vets that let us down. But tonight, we are firing on all cylinders, and that's another turnover for the Atlanta Hawks. Raps getting the ball back right now. The score is 39-33. Toronto's leading with about 11 minutes left until halftime. Sean in the chat saying, just joining now, so we don't suck tonight. Good to see. Yeah, no, this has been a pleasant surprise. I do not know what happened to the team last night. No idea. It was really inexplicable. It got away from us and we gave up immediately. And Pascal Siakam, bro, you got to hit those free throws. Come on now, my boy. You're better than that. So I think Nate McMillan got teed up there because I think that's why Pascal was shooting. Someone got teed up and I assume it was Coach McMillan. Hey, we have Malachi Flynn in the game. Bro, I'm asleep out here. How did I not notice this? Malachi Flynn is in the game. I asked for Thad to play well. He was playing well. And then I asked for Malachi Flynn to get some minutes. And then he's came in. This feels like Christmas morning, man. I'm getting everything I wished for. And then the Raptors missed the shot. DeLon Wright now has it for the Hawks. DeLon's hounded by Malachi and hands it off to Gallinari. Gallinari goes up. He's fouled but misses the shot. Ramaz is saying Precious is good. I told y'all. See, Ramaz isn't always trolling. He's coming in with some truth there, defending his guy Precious. I've been defending Precious for a long time as well. I think people forget that he's literally like a sophomore player. Well, now everyone's aware, but for the first few weeks of him being here, we were like holding him to like the accountability of a vet. It's like, no, this kid's so young. Chill out. We're going to be good. We're going to be good. DeLon Wright falls out of bounds. Malachi Flynn was getting a little handsy with him on defense, but good job by him not fouling. And the Raptors get the ball back. All right, I want to see something from Gary Trent. Show me something, Gary. I'm going to run out of wishes pretty soon. Thad Young hands it off to Siakam. Siakam's covered by Hunter. Driving, kicking out. Thad for three. Knocks it down. There we go, Thad. I believe that's his first three-pointer as a Raptor. He's got kind of a weird form. He like really leans back into his three. His base doesn't seem that wide when he shoots either. He's kind of like feet close together, kind of like cranks it back. But hey, man, it went. And there we go. Gary Trent Jr. Keep the flames on for my boy Gary. Knocking down the three. The wishes are just coming true right now. Love to see it. Wraps up 45-33 tonight on the road in Atlanta. This feels much better. This is night and day from what we were dealing with last night. And we're getting a replay there, that Thaddeus Young three. Oh, you love to see it. You just love to see it. Yeah, people in the chat say, as mystery saying Thad can shoot. Man, what? I know. Chicago Bulls players were like wholeheartedly saying that they think he at age 33 or 34, however old he is again, they think he's like one of the most underrated players in the NBA. And I'm not just like pulling that out of nowhere. I did research on him, and the bulk of videos I found and articles came from Chicago Bulls writers and just sports writers in general talking about his time there as a Bull and saying that this guy at age, I think he was 33, was there last season at one point. Everyone agreed. He is one of the most slept on contributors in the league. We've always known he's been world-class defense, but you know, he seems to have a knack for passing the ball, and he's reliable if you get him wide open. Or at least that's the way it seems at the moment. I'll take it over Goran Dragic eating potato chips at home and showing up to the Miami practice facility. That's just embarrassing. My patience for him started out very high. Even after he said that thing in his home country where he's like, I have higher aspirations, blah, 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 blah. Basically just like crapped on the trade to the Raptors. A lot of people were on him about that. And I kind of defended him by saying, you know, let's give some benefit of the doubt. Not everything translates perfectly in terms of like, you know, his language to English. What is he? He's Slovenian, I believe. Yeah, he's Slovenian. He's from the same country as Luka. So anyways, Slovenian and English, maybe the translation isn't perfect and it sounded harsher than he actually meant it. Also, we got to remember, he got traded for Kyle Lowry, who takes Goran Dragic's number and position right out of his hands. They're like literally the same age as well. So basically, Miami said, you know, Goran, even though you're a legend here and everyone loves you and you like led us in scoring when we went to the NBA Finals, we need an upgrade. So we're trading you for Kyle Lowry, who again is right at your position. He's going to fill your shoes immediately and do it better. I understand how it's hard to hear that when you've been pushing with this team for so long trying to contend. I extended him every benefit of the doubt. I really did. But it got to a certain point where I'm like, okay, this dude does not give a crap. Like, he is just out of it. You know, at first he was a good teammate, good vet, but he just turned to a crybaby so quick. He folded. You know, that's the way I'm going to say it. He folded. And I'm just happy he's not on our team anymore because I don't need someone that's going to fold on us. We got dogs only on this team. We're getting some replays. Gary hit that Gary Trent three-pointer. My prayers are being answered tonight. Hey, and if you guys have any bets, throw them down in the chat. I'm curious to see. I'm going to be vicariously looking at gambling through you guys as I'm not doing it at the moment. And then Bogdanovich hits the... I don't think that was a three. It might have just been a mid-range shot there for the Hawks. We're up by 10 still. Malachi Flynn over to Thad. Then it's back out to Gary. Back into Thad. He squares up Gallinari. Kicks it back out to Malachi Flynn. All right, Malachi. Driving into the paint. Ooh. Just misses that. Kind of a nice move to create him some space, but still couldn't get the shot he wants. Misses. And now DeLon Wright, the former Raptor, has the ball. It's in the hands of Bogdanovich, who just hit a shot his last time down. He's covered by Precious. Oh, Precious doing some good defense here. Great defense. Oh, you know what? Great defense by Precious, though. Whatever. I don't care, man. We got scored on, but I do not care. Precious Achiuwa, if he plays defense like that, 9 times out of 10, he's locking down opposing talent. That was a tough shot by Bogdanovich, but I love the effort from our young guy. And then Precious crashing the glass, but it's out. Okay, I swear that was out off of him, but the ref is saying it's going to be Toronto ball. Let's roll with it. Great hustle by Precious Achiuwa. Bro, I think the Hawks already have 2 technicals tonight. So Coach McMillan and Trae Young, who I think picked up both of them, they're going to keep it zipped after that. They'll let someone else run their mouth because when you get 2 techs, you're out. I've seen some really bad ones before where someone ends up ejected because it's their second tech, but they did something like go like that at the ref. And the next thing you know, they're sent to the change room. It just makes for these horrible clips that make NBA officiating look like a joke. Which, honestly, at some nights it kind of is. But you guys get what I mean. Sometimes there's a little bit of a missing context to those getting kicked out of the arena plays. But there have been some bad ones. What was the one the other day? Didn't Chris Paul get kicked out for something so stupid? I feel like he's had a history of that. I won't lie. Anyways, play resumes right now. DeLon Wright throws it over to Onyeka, who gets it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich to Gallinari. Gallinari pump fakes the 3, sidesteps and takes it and misses. But it's offensively rebounded by the Hawks. Right back to Gallinari, who misses again. Precious gets the rebound this time. And the Raptors are on their horse. Getting up the floor, Siakam. Is that a goaltend or what just happened? He misses the shot, but I believe he's fouled on his way up, so he's going to be shooting too. Gallinari, I believe, picking up the foul, but... Is he shooting too? No, it's going to be an inbound. So they're going to say it happened on the floor before he went up for the shot. All right, Siakam in the low post with it. He's covered by Hunter. I think he's going to go at him. Yeah, they're clearing out for him to go at DeAndre Hunter. He's backing in. Siakam and gets blocked there by Onyeka. Bro, Siakam's... He's got to get a little bit of a feel for where the glass and the rim is at the moment because he's kind of leaving a lot of those layups short or he's getting blocked. And I just noticed John Collins is out. You got to smell blood in the water here. If you're the Raptors, put your foot down on that gas. They're missing a star player. Pascal Siakam throws it over to Van Vliet. Freddie had a big first quarter. Let's see if he can get back to it. Van Vliet with the ball over to Thad Young. Thad thought about shooting the 3. Oh, nice. And then what just happened? Thad had a nice little dribble combo on Gallinari, but what's the foul call? Either way, the Raptors turn over the ball and it'll be going back to the Hawks. But what just happened? Hey, man, I don't know. But look, we almost have 100 viewers in here. If you guys can do me a big favor, drop a like spike on this video. Make your presence in the live stream felt. Help out the channel, man. You guys know I have the utmost appreciation for our community and anybody who's tuning in. So thank you guys a ton. Always appreciated. 7:20 left until halftime. We will be having the hot take segment in a little bit of a reduced form. And then, of course, we'll be getting right back to the second half where hopefully our Raptors will pick up a W. Trae Young kicks it out and Gallinari drives. Ends up with Onyeka, who gets the dunk. I kind of like some of the Hawks players. I'm not, I don't need to keep that a secret. I like Onyeka Okongwu. He is definitely one of my, he actually might be in like my top 5 favorite players in the league, but it kind of comes from the fact that I watched him playing high school. But he's also kind of a dog. Either way, we got more dogs. Siakam with the ball right there at 3. He yanks it from deep. Air balls it. Oh, no, spicy. He's still looking a little bit out of his rhythm. He was leaving those layups short. An air ball from 3 is never a good look. Hopefully he can get figuring it out, get up to speed quickly. I know he was on vacation during the All-Star game. I believe it was Mike Kamina in the chat saying that he was sick last night, so I'm assuming that means he's still probably fighting some sort of ailment today, or at least a little bit of a hangover from it. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. He's been major improved since the start of the season, which was getting dark. But hey, he's seen the light. He started to play like a true number 1 option there for a while. We've been winning basketball games for the most part. And I've been only happy with Pascal Siakam for probably about the past couple months. Yeah, and Lonnie in the chat saying Chino Hills days, of course. And I've said this before, but for anyone who doesn't know what I'm referencing when I talk about watching Onyeka play, he was like the other star player that played with the Ball brothers. And I mean, basketball fans everywhere watched the Ball brothers play in high school. It was just like the most hype beast, sensational thing on like overtimes broadcasts. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like they were on the basketball court sitcom. And LeVar Ball was just the orchestrator of the whole production. It was hilarious. Ball in the Family is a hilarious show that I would watch as well. But Onyeka Okongwu played on Chino Hills with the Ball brothers. So he was in all of those highlights, all of those clips. And, he's an inspiring story. He lost his brother in a really tragic accident, really freak accident. And he's rebounded. I believe that happened in his senior year of high school. He ended up going to, where was it? It wasn't UCLA. I want to say he went to... It was a red school. It wasn't Iowa. It wasn't... Where was it? Where did Onyeka go? Someone give me a check on this. But yeah, he's a pretty dynamic player. And I was happy to see him go to the league and rebound from, the absolute trauma of losing a loved one, especially that young. Your brother, I can't even imagine. But shouts out to Onyeka Okongwu. I am a fan. Hey, and Lonnie's he's a Hawks fan. Yeah, shouts out to Lonnie. I'm happy to, you know what, this is a Raptors community here, but I'm never upset about more people coming in and joining the party. Appreciate having some variety of opinions in here, variety of fans. And like I said, I like the Hawks roster. I'll admit when I like another team's roster because there's enough of those nights that come through with other teams that I'm like, I can't stomach these guys. Whenever we face the Miami Heat, I do not shut up about how much of a joke and a facade I think Heat culture is. I think it's the most overrated imaginary thing in the world. There's no Heat culture. There's the Heat free agency. It's so different than having an internal culture. And they got Udonis Haslam's old head on the team still. Like it's all just like optics. They don't grind. They're not the grindiest team in the NBA. They're not even top 3. As much as, they got dudes, they're good. I get it. They aren't even top 3. They're not cut like the Raptors. But anyways, my whole point is here. I show respect and disrespect. The Hawks get my respect for sure. Anyways, Raptors back underway here. We're up by 1 point. Losing this lead a little bit. But Gallinari shoots the 3. Thank God he misses. That was kind of a brick. It's rebounded by Siakam. Siakam brings it across half. He's guarded by Herter, the Velvet Mamba. Over to Cambridge. On the baseline, the jumper does not go. And then they outlet in transition. Trae Young with it. They immediately swarm Trae. Great defense by Gary Trent Jr. Yes, sir. Hey, and we got We got a special shouts out to Diljit right now. He is upgraded to a membership with the channel on the elite tier for 3 months, and he's saying, let's all manifest a W for the Raptors tonight. Hey, Diljit, I'm with you. I am manifesting it fully. I'm speaking it into existence. We are going to bounce back from last night in Charlotte, which was the worst game I've seen from this team in a while. I didn't even recognize the dudes who were out there. Did not look like our team. Tonight, I think we got a little bit of our sense of purpose back, and it's showing up on those scoreboard. I know we're only up by 1, but it's been competitive. It's a game of runs. The Hawks aren't going to roll over and die. Let's see where this one goes. But a W, I am hoping, is what is in the forecast. Gary Trent Jr. kicks it out to Siakam. Siakam's covered by Hunter. That's a foul. That's okay. There we go. He calls it. Siakam hits the little floater after. That's a good sign, but he was fouled, and I don't think we're in the bonus yet, so he'll probably just be inbounding the ball. Mystery saying Kem is awful. Yeah, Kem Birch has his moments, but I think a lot of Raptors fans have a love-hate with Kem Birch. You know, he has those games that quickly remind you why he's very necessary to have on this roster, but he has a lot of nights too where it's just, scratch your head. It's like we don't need another long guy that can't make a shot. Trae Young in the mid-range. Ooh, that was smooth. Knocks it down. Fred VanVleet brings it up across the court for the Raptors. The Hawks take the lead with that shot. Jeez. FVV takes the pick there from Kem Birch. Driving over to Kem. Come on, Kem. Hit it. That was ugly, bro. Get a little bit of verticality on that shot. Get some arc on it. Oh, they're going to leave the Velvet Mamba for 3. He hits it. Atlanta's got their wheels turning a little bit right now. We're down by 4 points. 4:40 left to go until halftime. Fred VanVleet yanks the mid-range, just misses. The rebound's tapped out over to Trae Young. Trae Young's bringing it into the offensive zone. Evaluates his options. Gary Trent Jr. is covering him. Good job by Gary. And then he jacks up a really deep 3 and misses. Rebounded by Siakam, soaring in there to grab the ball. VanVleet, oh no, man, you're forcing it. Tries to throw an entry pass to Chris Boucher, but he gets picked off by Bogdanovic. That was not even close, and then we have to foul in transition. Click 2 a.m. saying we were up 12 points. Raptors aren't moving the ball. Yeah, we aren't. Even before we lost the lead in this game, I think that, I said it earlier, Fred VanVleet had a couple possessions where he was just holding onto the ball way too long there. That was a sloppy pass. He's got to sharpen up his game quick. But I'm not worried about my guy Freddie. I'm not. He had a crazy first quarter from 3. Trae Young yanks another mid-range. Wow, he was dancing with the ball. Special player. Down by 6. Just under 4 minutes to go. Fred VanVleet carries it across half. It's an 18-0 scoring run right now for Atlanta. Jesus Christ. Oh, and then Chris, he's fouled even though he misses the putback shot. Good hustle by Chris Rodman Boucher. Playing inspired. I've been saying the thing that turned Chris Boucher's season around was just literally acting like a maniac on the floor. He just wanted to go out there, play energetic defense, rebound the absolute hell out of the ball anytime there's a loose ball. Even if it's unattainable for him to get the rebound, he still jumps in that direction and has his presence felt. This guy just started doing the right things with his feet. There's that old expression, the legs feed the wolf. And right now, Chris Boucher has been using his legs to his advantage. And by that, I mean it's all effort plays. He's going to the right place at the right time. All hustle. And then the offensive game has slowly crept back into his repertoire as he's gotten better at keeping his minutes up. And the way he's done it with defense and rebounding, we'll see where we can go with it. But, is that Chris who's going back to the free throw line again? No, it's going to be Precious. Hey, man, and we got 101 viewers in here. If you guys are watching this, do me a favor. Drop a like spike. Make your presence in the live stream felt. Help out the channel. It's always appreciated. All right, Precious hits his first one. There we go, man. Precious has 11 and 3 already. Nice game for Precious thus far. I'm sensing a career night for our guy. I'll manifest that one too, Diljit. Mike Kamina saying Siakam D is underrated. Siakam has troubles sometimes on the baseline defending big players, But in terms of contesting threes and getting out to that 3-point line, I know he's like top 5 in the league for 3-pointers contested, or at least he was last season. He's always been good at that. He's a great perimeter defender, very mobile and long. But I think just because he's a little bit, slimmer, I mean, he's not like Kevin Durant or Chris Boucher slim or Pokusevski. He's not like that. But you get what I mean. A bigger guy will back him down. Like a Thaddeus Young on the baseline, backing it on Siakam. Like that kind of stuff has been problematic. Or an Embiid. I'll make this a lot worse. An Embiid will go right to his worst nightmare. Like that matchup on the baseline typically doesn't end well. But in terms of net defensive impact, Siakam is still very high. Very, very high. Especially on the perimeter. That's where he impresses me the most. Like honestly, not to even just like kind of come raining down on the point that was made, the compliment given to Siakam, but I think I would rather have OG Anunoby guard a center on the baseline than I would Siakam, even though Siakam's got probably reach and height on OG by a little bit. I would go OG to guard the big 5 before I would with Siakam. That's no disrespect. We got a whole ton of big, long wing defenders on this team. All right, they hit the first free throw. Hunter goes to take his second. Daniel in the chat saying Raptors need this victory. They do. After last night, they need this for morale purposes. And these are Eastern Conference matchups. You got to take care of business. And Thad Young misses it, and Chris Boucher almost gets the putback. He does not in time, though, and it's rebounded by the Hawks. And then we end up fouling the Hawks in transition. That's not good. You don't like to see that. Susie saying Thad is bad. Not to sound negative like Ramaz, but Thad's messy. Yeah, he's not a finesse guy. I've learned this very quickly. I think he's still going to have an overall very helpful presence. There we go. Onyeka misses the first one. He'll have a helpful presence, no doubt. But you're right. It's not a finesse game. And it's funny because that trade deadline, I kind of felt like if we're not going to get a center, maybe another like playmaker, shot maker would help this team just because we have so many wing athletes. But they're like, nah, let's just triple down and go and get Thaddeus Young to just really go positionless. So we'll see how it goes. I do have a lot of faith in Masai and Bobby. Gary gets loose, puts up the layup, and it goes. There you go. They left him unguarded, flies up to the rim, gets the easy bucket for Toronto, who is down by 5 points at the moment. 2:40 left until halftime. Van Vliet covering Trae Young. Trae drives, gets loose, puts up the floater. Oh man, Fred. That first step is too quick for Fred Van Vliet to deal with at the moment. Gary Trent Jr. goes up, yanks the mid-range, just misses, and it's rebounded by Onyeka. Down by 7. Up the floor, Bogdanovich for 3, gets it. Oh my God, transition 3. Whew, down by 9 now. How the turntables. Bro. All right, Fred Van Vliet driving on the baseline. He curls back out to the 3-point line. He's covered by Bogdanovich, who just hit a big shot for the Hawks in transition. Fred in the mid-range gets it. Splakak. Boom. Knocks down the mid-range, making it look easy. He takes a page out of Chris Paul's book every now and then. But we're going to need that to be a bit more consistent here. Raps still down, and then Trae Young gets that floater extended over Precious, who got right up there to block it, but it goes over Precious just barely. And then the Raptors turn it over in transition. Come on, man. Come on, take care of the ball. Oh, the fundamentals not looking so solid at the moment. Sean Pratt in the chat is saying, the Raps are so good when I don't watch. So with that said, I'm logging off because I love you guys. Sean, you don't need to sacrifice yourself. Don't worry. The Raptors, you can't blame yourself here, man. They need to pick it up. This is outrageous. Bogdanovich turns over the ball there. The Hawks turn it over, I should say. Wow. So Trae Young averages 29.5 points per game against the Raptors. That's the most out of any active player in the NBA. I'm sure Kobe's average was up there after that 81 game. Fred VanVleet. Oh! Chance for the 4-point play. Knocks it down. Freddie V. Oh, that was deep too. Gets the 3 and the damage. That's a huge swing for this Raptors team, who is now behind a decent deficit. All right, man, let's see if our all-star can bail us out a little bit here. That is his 4th three-pointer of the game already. I repeat, that is number 4. Fred VanVleet is a danger from beyond the arc. And he's going to shoot his extra shot right now. Knocks it down. There we go. Take care of business. When you're given a gift, accept it. Hit those free throws, and the rest will take care of itself. Free throws have killed this team so many times. But we won't dwell on it. Fred VanVleet disturbs the ball there in Trae Young's hands, but they hold on to it. Onyeka gets fouled, and it rolls out. That was kind of just good defense by Precious Achiuwa. I know there was contact there, but it was just a straight up, upright body to body. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of motion involved. He just stepped up into the lane, stood there, and he didn't flop. You know, if Precious Achiuwa had sent himself flying on that play, there's a chance that Onyeka would have got called for a charge. But I don't know, Precious stood there solid as a rock, and instead, now Onyeka's shooting 2, and he hits his first one. Ramaz is saying, we need to relocate if we want to get free agents. These are the Toronto Raptors, Ramaz. They don't need to relocate anywhere. They are happy in the 6. This is their home. They're not going anywhere. They can go deal with the snow. It snows in New York. It snows in Philly. It snows in Brooklyn. It's a bogus excuse. I know that we're in Canada. It makes it a little bit more complicated, but Canada's trendy now, man. Like, people want to be in Canada. The outlet passed the whole distance of the floor, and then Gary Trent Jr. is fouled going up in transition for the layup. He'll be shooting 2. The Raptors down by 7 at the moment. So, you know, not a crazy lead that we're cutting into, but, you know, we can't get complacent. We got to go right at the Hawks and get this thing back into our favor sooner than later. Guys, if you're watching this right now, do me a big favor. Drop a like spike. Help out the channel. I got my Skyrim arrow up on the screen. Show love. It's always appreciated. All right, Gary Trent Jr. shoots his second, makes it. Gallinari's going to inbound the ball. Gallinari gets it to Trae Young. Trae dribbling up the court, gets it across half for the Hawks. He's covered by Chris Boucher. Interesting choice here. Interesting matchup choice. Oh, Chris Boucher almost just got turnstiled. Okay, Trae Young's going to slow cook him, I think. I saw it coming. Guys, I didn't say that because I wanted to see it happen. I knew it was coming. Why did they just put Chris Boucher on the perimeter on Trae Young? Why? I literally, as this was happening, I was asking why. Why is this the case? Oh, he got cooked. Whew. That's a help defender, not a primary defender. Oh my God. On a guard on the perimeter, like, Nick, what are you thinking? Anyways, Raps down by 8. Thad just misses. Oh, that's ugly. Thad, man. Fred VanVleet, really nice spring pass to Thaddeus Young, but Thad just kisses it too high off of the glass and he misses. Come on now. Come on. But we do have a super chat on a more positive note from my guy Tom Moreau. He's saying, I hereby declare myself the #1 Precious supporter. The oven mitts are off, and I dub him from here on as the Big Sneeze. Guys, today was a day, Saturday, February 26, 2022, the day the Big Sneeze was born. And Tom Moreau is the mother of this nickname. Shouts out to him. I now know Precious Achiuwa as the Big Sneeze. That's a dope handle. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow. That's electric. Shouts out to Tom Moreau for the super chat. I appreciate you. And guys, speaking of like nicknames, and that just got me fired up. I love that. But and Tom Moreau and I have been tough on Precious, but he's come around. He's come around beautifully. I hope he continues to develop in this trending direction. It's been amazing. And before I get to the hot takes segment here, I got to point out, obviously a ton of support going over to the Ukraine right now. And this is some story that I got to express how cool I think this is. The Ghost of Kyiv, the ace pilot who has taken down 9 Russian fighter jets right now on his own, is a hero, a war hero. And you know, there's no winning in war, but this guy is defending a country that deserves its independence. He's protecting his people, and what he is doing is iconic. The Ghost of Kyiv. This is crazy. I know it's so off topic from where we are right now, and we never should talk about political things, but I keep getting these updates on how this guy's an ace, and it is just like, I feel a lot of pride to be on this side, knowing that he is doing what he's doing. It's crazy. But anyways, I had to stop up and give some respect to the Ghost of Kyiv. That is one of the crazier things I have seen in a long time, and one of the coldest nicknames I have ever heard of. Fighting for freedom. But anyways, guys, let me go ahead here and get everyone involved with the hot takes segment. Yes, sir. And of course, we got to open up with Marcel's Minute. I'm going to give the Bald Mamba a ring right now. Where's Marcel? Okay, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Marcel, what are you thinking about that first half of basketball?
So I'm not gonna lie to you, Josh. It's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like what I see. Small mistakes, but it's cool. You know, Fred's leading the charge. I hate to admit it. Gary's cooling down.
Mm-hmm.
After that hot streak starting the new year, he's cooling down, but it's fine. I need to see more from Pascal and Scotty.
Yeah.
Fred's trying to do it. I like what Precious is doing off the bench, but I need Pascal. I need Scotty to really just help Fred.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. We need someone else to start taking care of the ball and facilitating as well, because Fred VanVleet's trying to do a little too much at the moment. You're definitely right about that.
Yeah, and it's the Hawks. You know, we should have beat the Hornets. That's the team we need to beat. Unfortunately, with our track record, we usually lose to the Hornets. But the Hawks should be a team we should easily get a dub off of and keep them moving. I know a lot of Raptors fans are a little bit cautious, a bit worried about how the rest of the season is going to look after that blowout loss. I'm just like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We still got about 20-plus games left. So, I mean, I'm rooting for us to get in the, out of the play-in. You know what I mean? 6th seed is what I'm aiming for.
I think that's a fair target. That's where I am too.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're in the play-in, I'm like, we might as well be in the lottery.
Yeah. No, I don't have any interest in the play-in. I mean, if we need to go and get it out of the mud to get in the first round, then so be it. But I think the 6th seed is like the realistic spot for the Raptors to aim and pretty much stay in. They're around that spot right now, but continue to win, play that winning basketball that you didn't play for the first few weeks of the season. Continue that in the second half, and I think things should take care of themselves. But the Eastern Conference is a lot harder this year. And Marcel, you got any last things to say to the people before we get to more callers?
Don't want to spoil it, but I just want to let the people out there listening, you better keep your eye on Courts Digest. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Well, I'll let you update people as you will. But Marcel Martin, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for calling, Marcel. As always, the people will be seeing you back on here soon.
Yeah.
Good hearing from Marcel, as always. And I think I saw my guy Henry wanted to come on, so I'm gonna go ahead and ring him up. Hey Henry, how's it going?
Very good, Josh. Very good.
What do you think of that first half of basketball there? We're down by a little bit, but it's looking improved at least from the last time we saw this team on the court.
Definitely agree, actually. Yeah, we definitely let it slip a bit for sure. We're definitely trying to get our rhythm back here and there, but overall, much better than yesterday. So
yeah,
travesty.
Oh, definitely. And what stood out to you tonight that's been better? Like I'm loving what I'm seeing from Precious Achiuwa. What do you think of his game tonight?
Oh man, he actually found his rhythm. He has a lot of energy. Attacking the rim, dunking, defending, all that such actually. And so with the rest of the Raptors, they're definitely finding their grooves, despite all those setbacks.
Yeah, they definitely are. And do you have any big takeaways for the second half that's going to help this Raptors team pull off the W?
Yeah, just keep focused, stay committed, and have everyone commit to defense and do all that. We'll get the W.
Yes, sir. I like it, Henry. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for calling in, as always, and I look forward to hearing from you again at another halftime soon.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. And all right, have a good game. All right.
Thank you, Henry. I'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah.
Good talking to Henry. Let me see if anyone else is looking to call in. Of course, I will hit up my guy Magnetic before we get off. Hopefully, he's able to take the call. I think we're chilling at the moment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and look at the box score at the moment then. Okay, so at the moment, I've said at the moment, I think like 3 times in a row. Khem Birch, 1 point. He's struggling right now. He's only scored 1 point. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 0-3 on the field goals. He only made 1 of his free throws. He has a turnover as well. He does have a block, but Khem Birch needs to figure it out. We didn't pay this guy big money or anything. He's a solid rotation piece, but he's going to cost us because we run with less playmakers on the court because we really emphasize defense and athleticism. Really, we're a defensive-minded team. Of course, we have guys that score the ball, but I feel like when our team's built this way, when Khem Birch can't do a little bit offensively, it really does hinder the rest of the lineup because buckets are already scarce as it gets. So we need him to show a little bit more offensive upside, get that floater a touch more reliable. Let's see. Fred VanVleet, he's got... This doesn't make any sense. How does Fred VanVleet... Oh my God. Those are the stats from last night. I'm clowning right now. Here we go. I'm not going to lie, that Khem Birch stat line seemed pretty realistic, which is what got me. But anyways, Khem Birch actually has 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Scotty Barnes has 4 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. Pascal Siakam, he's got 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So could we actually see a triple-double from him tonight? I mean, right now he's basically on pace. We'll see. Gary Trent Jr.'s got 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Marcel said it. I think Gary's hot streak has been tamed. It's not gone completely. I mean, he's a great player. We'll take him on our team any day. But, he's cooling off. That's apparent. But there's also nothing wrong with that. I'm still going to take Gary Trent Jr. on my team any day. And Fred VanVleet, 20 minutes, 20 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 7-13 from the floor, 5 of 9 from 3-point range. You love to see that. Fred VanVleet was absolutely making it rain out there in the first half, specifically the first quarter where he hit 3 3-pointers. The boy could not miss. Chris Boucher, 3 and 0. He's had some good energy moments. But the real stealer of the first half here in terms of what got my attention the most, man, Precious Achiuwa. Oh, sorry, the big sneeze. This guy's got 13 minutes played, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Yes, please. 1 of 2 from 3-point range. And then he's got 2 steals. He's got 1 steal, 0 turnovers. Man, the big sneeze is showing out. We are officially graduating him to off of the slander list. If he has bad games, live with it. He is not needing to be traded unless you're getting something exponentially better back. I don't want this guy going anywhere. He's going to be such an important bench piece for us, and I know Tom Moreau is there agreeing with me on this one. Tom Moreau and I don't always have, I would say we have actually very, not opposite basketball takes, but very rarely do we align. But Tom Moreau and I are finally in the same place on our guy Precious Achiuwa. The oven mitts are off. The big sneeze is in the building. Shouts out to him. Do you guys think it would help moving Scotty Barnes to the bench? I know it's okay. I don't want to do it. If it was up to me, I wouldn't do it. I would keep him in the starting lineup. But there is a little bit of merit to this case. Again, I think I side with keeping him as a starter. Train this kid to be a star from day one. But we could use a little bit more playmaking and scoring off the bench. I think the starting lineup would survive okay without Scotty. I don't think he's like that integral of a part to the starters. He's an integral part to our team already, but that we'll put together a starting five that'll still get it done against most other starting fives, even without Scotty on the court. But I think he would really bolster our depth and allow for some secondary playmaking when Fred VanVleet's not in the game, which, I guess we're all aware. Fred VanVleet leads the NBA in minutes played. And very often he just stays out there. But you get what I mean. Having a little bit more offensive creation and finishing from a player like Scotty Barnes, just a dynamic offensive guy coming off of the bench. The Raptors need more of that. And clearly we didn't get it in Thad Young. But still going to be a solid player. I'm still optimistic on Thad. He hasn't looked great tonight. I'll admit that. I will admit this, but I'm optimistic for Thad. We needed some veteran presence. Clearly, Masai, we're not championship or bust, but he wants to win games. He wants to go to the playoffs. And I think that Thad will at least help that aspiration this year. Okay. Monageron, I definitely did not pronounce that name correct. Apologies on my behalf or on my part there. He's asking why Scotty Barnes played only 6 minutes. Will he come again to play in this match? You know what? He hasn't played much at all. You're right. Just 6 minutes, 4 points. He was 2 of 3 from the floor. I mean, crazy 28 piece last night. You'd think that he would be playing. He's a young guy, so playing on back-to-back shouldn't be a huge issue. It's a very good question. I wonder if there's something wrong with Scotty at the moment, because I don't think he disrupted the team's flow at all. If anything, he was just having a smooth little performance. Does he have any personal foul? Oh, okay, that's why. He has 3 personal fouls. I did not take this into consideration. He's got 3 personal fouls. Nick Nurse is definitely waiting for the more important second half to give Scotty back his minutes, because otherwise he's sort of at substantial risk of fouling out and you lose him for the whole game at that point. That explains it. So yes, to answer the question, we will see Scotty Barnes this second half. I'm assuming he'll probably play like anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes in the second half, maybe even more actually. But yeah, he's going to double up what he played in the first. And guys, if you are watching this, we got 90-something live viewers. Shouts out to you guys, and help me get this video to 100 likes. If we can do that, I'll stop panhandling for likes, please, sir. Just one more. If you give me the likes now, I will zip it, throw away the key, never ask again. I always appreciate it, guys. You are the best, and I mean that. Ryan Henderson in the chat saying, I would love to see us draft multiple bigs in the draft this year. Yeah, just an athlete who's 7 feet tall. I don't care if he only averaged 9.5 points in college. Zach Edey is the answer. Ryan, if you have not seen my video on Zach Edey as the Raptors big man solution, go check it out on our channel, because I think this Canadian kid, he's from Toronto. I'm trying to remember. He's from Leaside. That's the neighborhood he's from. He's from Leaside. And he's 7'2" or 3. And this guy is he's got the best efficiency numbers in college since Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not saying they're the same guy. I really am not. But his numbers are historically good for the minutes he plays. And he's 7'3". He's Canadian. I think the Raptors might pounce on him, because I think he'll be in the range for the Raptors to pick him up if he declares this year. We'll see. He plays on Purdue. I think that's a guy that I would like to see us take a little bit of a jump on. And it's good. He doesn't need a ton of minutes. If anything, he's better off playing in a really sturdy lineup where he can just stick to a very diligent role. Like, we're not looking for a guy. I guess it kind of would be nice to get a really good starter in at center. But, you know, if you can pick up Zach Edey with, like, I don't know, the 20 or in the second round, early second round, that'd be unreal. I don't know if that's realistically his range. I think some mock drafts have him going there if he decides to declare. But, you know, the Raptors might be able to swindle something. I hope he ends up with Toronto. We'll see what happens. But we're back underway. Oh, Magnetic. I got to get Magnetic on here quick. I got way too carried away. But we got to wrap up the hot takes segment quickly with my guy Magnetic. I'll call him right at an intermission here. Magnetic, if you're listening to me right now, I apologize, brother. I will ring you as soon as there's a stoppage of the whistle and a commercial break. Oh man, Kevin Huerter knocks it down on the Raptors there. That's a 3-ball. That is good. The Velvet Mamba, as they call him. Siakam hands it off to Scotty. Scotty Barnes driving, kicking. Ken Birch gives it over to Gary Trent Jr. Birch gets it right back. Come on, put that up. Oh, bro. And he had Scotty Barnes wide open as well. Ken Birch is an offensive liability at the moment. Like, his value offensively is strictly gauged in little jump floater shots right outside the key, wide open. That is his offensive value in a nutshell. If he's not hitting that shot, he is a liability on offense. That's the only shot we ask him to make. Fred VanVleet throws it across court to Pascal Siakam. Pascal drives on Hunter, makes contact, puts up the floater, and it's good. Yes, sir. Trae Young carries up the ball across half. Fred VanVleet's there to meet him. Hunter. Oh, great job. That's blocked by Scotty Barnes, I believe. Yeah, him and Ken Birch converge to get the stop on Hunter. The Hawks foul in transition. Raptors will be retaining the ball here. We are down by 13 points at the moment. 73-60. That's not good. Let's see if we can turn this around. Just under 10 minutes left until the fourth. Scotty Barnes gives it to Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet goes around a pick. He's covered by Trae Young. He's on ISO Island with Trae. Steps back. That's a long 2 and just misses. It's rebounded by Ken Birch. And then Fred VanVleet gets it right back. I think he wants to put up another gutsy shot here. Ooh! Oh! There we go. Okay, there we go. We got Magnetic calling me right now. Hey, Magnetic, what's up, man?
Did I miss you?
Did you hear me on the live stream? I said as soon as I get a stoppage of play, because it started kind of before I even realized,
Okay.
I was gonna give you a ring, but hey, you're here now. You're here now. Don't worry. I said you were gonna wrap up the hot take segment for us tonight. Still with Magnetic's Mouthful, another segment within a segment, brother. What are you seeing in this game right now, and what are you thinking?
I'm liking Precious Achiuwa on the he looks so good in the freaking All-Star game. Like, just something so good for him. Like, the fact that Fred came back and picked him up, like, in his private jet, like, that just warmed my heart.
Yes, I'm with you there, man. Big time confidence builder for him, eh?
Yes, he said, like, this is, even if we don't do anything, it's just good to be around ball players like that in that environment, right? Like, you got celebrities, old school ball players, everybody's watching you. He missed the bunnies, but whatever, right?
That's all right, man.
He made up for it.
And this was a special weekend too. NBA 75. I think just being there makes you want to belong. You know, you see all this greatness. It's inspiring to just be there, I think.
It's absolutely, it's beautiful. And honestly, it was emotional. Like, I could see it in Fred. He wanted to play limited minutes. That was all great. But as far as tonight, we got to close this one out. We got
Yes,
this
sir.
one. I already know it. I already know this is going to go down to the wire, and there's going to be like a Fred VanVleet dagger.
Oh,
I'm seeing Fred put up 40.
I like it, man. I like it. I got the hot takes animation playing right now for you. Magnetic, I'm with you. I'm feeling the vibe of that. I'll manifest that. I need a Fred VanVleet winner with a 40-piece to go.
Yeah, a 40-piece and some fries.
Fries and a shake with the 40-piece. Hey, I'm looking for it. But anyways, buddy, do you have any final takeaways to this second half that you want to see for the Raptors to win?
All right.
just putting up 20.
Hey, he's well on his way, man.
Hey, he's looking good. He's looking clean.
Hey, let's hope let's hope he can get there, and let's hope the Raptors can get a W. But I'm liking what you're saying, Magnetic, and thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me as always, and go Raps.
Go Raps. Great hearing from my guy, Magnetic. All right, and that concludes the Hot Takes segment, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for everyone who called in. I'm trying to condense the segment just a little bit more. But yeah, man, we got lots of regulars calling back in, and I love that. Our community here is strong. I always appreciate it. And guys, if you're watching this right now, do me a big favor. Drop a like on this video. Make your presence felt. Help us get to 100 likes so I can shut up for asking about the likes, I'll zip it at that point. But much appreciated to everyone who is in here viewing nonetheless. Mike Kamina saying Hawks and Hornets are good offensively. You know what? Yeah, the Hornets definitely are. A lot of different guys can hurt you. The Hawks are too. Yeah, you know what, Mike Kamina, you are correct. Those are two good offensive teams. But the defense wins championships. The Raptors, I think, are a nightmare matchup for either one of those teams because they can just lock down star power. And as much as they have some depth, I think over a 7-game series, you would find that if you can take care of Trae Young, you can take care of LaMelo Ball. Like if you can cut off those primary dudes, I'll take my chances with the supporting cast beating us because the offense does go through them. Trae Young, when he's not healthy on the Hawks look like a friggin' lottery team without him. But he takes them to a whole new level. He is like generational in his own right. He's kind of like the closest thing we've seen to Steph Curry since Steph came into the league and revolutionized everything. And I know that's like a crazy compliment, but seriously, Trae Young is a special player. He's got ice in his veins. He's a villain. But when you remove him from the equation, which I think the Raptors could do over a 7-game series, I like our chances. And same with taking LaMelo and Terry Rozier out of the Hornets approach. At that point, you're banking on Kelly Oubre and like Gordon Hayward to beat you. And that could happen, but over a 7-game series, I'm going to take the defensive-minded team in Toronto. But Mike, you're definitely correct to say that the Hornets have some offensive pop, and as do the Hawks. Anyone who watched last playoffs knows that. Oh, Trae Young already has 32. He's 14-17. He's having a night. Bro, he actually cooked Chris Boucher. He put the bagged milk on the grill. Fred VanVleet at the 3-point line. Drives back in. He's in the paint. Kevin Huerter's playing tight defense on him. Fred VanVleet trying to create some space. Shoots the jumper. Just misses. You know what? You live and die by that shot because if he had made it, I would have clapped and cheered for him. But at the same time, he's trying to do a little bit too much and it's not working out. I mean, he's got like 20-something points, but still, Fred VanVleet seems like a bit of a black hole on offense right now. He's got to start facilitating and moving the ball around a little faster. That's the one thing I liked about Kyle Lowry is he would zip around the ball even when he was setting up plays. Just keeping the ball hot. Phil Jackson says this, give the ball some life. Anyone who's played basketball or sports really in general, or even as an observer of details in the game, you can tell that when you pass around the ball with some decisiveness, even if you're not getting directly to the rim, you're executing, you're setting picks, you give the ball life, you give it positive energy. I'm not trying to go on any spiritual vibe here, but Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches to ever lead NBA teams to championships, just one of the greatest, period. I mean, Jordan, Kobe, he's coached everyone. And I think that lesson is something that really applies. And right now, Fred VanVleet needs to put some life into the ball for the Raptors. That's what I'm getting at. Trae Young with it for the Hawks. He's been giving them some life. Oh, as I say that, yes, sir. He fumbles it out of bounds. He heard Scotty Barnes' footsteps, crapped his pants, threw the ball out of bounds, and Toronto gets the ball back. Let's go. All right, Precious Achiuwa throws it back to Fred. Fred driving with a left, just misses, and Precious gets the rebound, puts it back and misses. Oh, man, Precious. Oh, he's playing great, but misses that putback, unfortunately. And then Achiuwa trying to get back on defense, but Clint Capella's there to get the flush off of the inbound, but not the inbound pass, the entry pass from Trae Young. Siakam to Precious. Precious, no. Oh, man. An offensive foul for Precious. He picks up the charge going right through Clint Capella. But was this deserved? Yeah, okay. Fair charge taken by Capella there. Okay. I'll give the refs that one. I understand. Trae Young chopping up Scotty Barnes on the dribble there, but Scotty did not do anything. What? No. That's a soft call. Scotty Barnes was matching feet. I don't even think he got a hand in there. Nick Nurse isn't loving it. I gave the refs a break on last call. That one shouldn't have been a foul. Trae Young driving, puts up the floater to Clint Capella. They got the alley-oop working right now. Oh no, this is not music to my ears. Miniab in the chat saying Goran is playing good in the Nets versus the Bucks game. Oh no, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. I wake up extra early in the morning just to hate on Goran Dragic. So this is not good news. Fred VanVleet gets stripped. Trae Young gets fouled right after. The Raptors foul him in transition. Yeah, guys, we are down by 22 points at the moment. They don't have John Collins. You know, OG Anunoby's had some games versus the Hawks, but we are not bringing OG Anunoby into the discussion of excuses for this right now. Raps got to get on their horse and at least get some friggin' dignity back. Hunter kicks it out there to Herter. Oh, man. The Velvet Mamba is absolutely cooking us. I'm not going to go on the absolute spiel of negativity that I went on last live stream. You know, I exercised my demons right there and then. But tonight, they're trying to bring the devil right back out of me, guys. I don't know why. I'm a good person. I do good things. I've never hurt anyone. But for some reason, the basketball gods want to see me crushed. 89-62. The Hawks get another easy basket. The Raptors are just discombobulated on defense. This shows you how much OG Anunoby disrupts in the opposing team's game plan. I always say it. He's a world-class disruptor. The Predator Kingdom saying we look flat. We are out of energy right now. We need a map on defense. I don't know. The thing about OG Anunoby is he can literally guard any position. And I like what Gary Trent Sr. said. You are what you can guard. That's facts. You literally, whatever you're able to guard is your position. It's not what you can do offensively. It's about what you can bite off matchup wise on the back end. And I'm telling you right now, OG Anunoby can bite off positions 1 to 5. And with that ability to switch and be athletic and meet guys at the rim, go out to the perimeter, it makes up and gives you so much forgiveness for your team defense because you have such an independent, great defender. We are definitely missing him on the back end as an anchor. But these are not excuses. I'm just stating facts. But the Raptors should not be down this bad. This is out of control. And then Siakam misses the free throw. Bro! All right. But we do have a super chat from my guy, Rahul. Rahul is saying, I said this yesterday, our season is downhill. Rahul, I have never, ever heard you talk like this before. I think we're okay, man. I'm not too worried. This team's going to have, moments here and there. Think about it. We were like surefire thinking we were headed toward the lottery at one point there. What was our record? We were like 7 games below 500 and just like an absolute friggin' mess. I've seen this team play too good to think that we don't at least deserve to show face in the first round. Straight up. Thad misses, bro. Thad needs to work on the touch around the rim. I know he's not going to because he's 35, but at least Pascal Siakam's there to clean it up. Marcel, I'm not hopping on the Thad hating bandwagon. Or the Thad doubters. I will not join that group. Not yet, but he is getting under my skin a little bit tonight. All right, Precious Achiuwa gets a good defensive rebound, almost turns it over, but the pass gets there safely. Oh, that was a good pass there by Thad, but Siakam wasn't ready for it. Out of bounds off the Raptors. The Hawks are getting it back. 92-65 is the friggin' score right now. 2 teams that are in the Eastern Conference that you're currently fighting with for playoff positioning. Take it serious. Take it personal. I know you're on the road, but like, how much does that really mean? You have a winning road record. Friggin' deal with it. The amount of times I've said friggin' on this live stream, it got me feeling like Randy from the Trailer Park Boys. Friggin' Barb. Man, this is rough right now. This is rough. Joe Simpson saying this team is a joke. You know, right now they are. I love this team. I think that they're going to be okay. But right now they're playing like an absolute joke. You're right, Joe. I'm with you right now. Iceman like Irvin saying Thad Young worth a 2022 first round pick. No, that's what he's saying. And I mean, in all realness, we only gave up like 10 positions in the draft order, which I know does make a significant difference. I get it. But Masai's sort of a sniper. Like most of the times he makes a pick, it's someone that he could have got like 10 picks later anyways. I know that's not always the case, but I swear a lot of the time it is. I'm okay as long as we have... It was a pick swap. We'll still be having 2 draft picks in the upcoming draft. And like I said, the one will be a little bit like into the second round, but not too far in. It'll be the difference of like I said, 10 positions on the draft order. I don't think it'll hurt the Raptors too much. And hey, who knows? Maybe Thad will show up in a big way. At least he's going to influence the locker room for the better. But yeah, like I'm not too big on the fact that we gave up 10 draft positions or whatever it'll end up being. But if Thad can help this team and maybe we go to the second round and get a lot of character development and, you know, Thad can rub off on some of the guys in a really good way, then I'll live with it. I think it will be worth it. And who knows? Masai can snipe a player anywhere in the draft. Absolutely anywhere. Mike Amina's asking if we can get to the baseball talk. We just basically gave up on the live stream last night and said, all right, we're doing the intro to Blue Jays Digest right now. Guys, what do we think in the starting pitching rotation looks like? What do we think of Gosman? Is Alek Manoah the most exciting player on the team now? We just basically dived right into the Jays agenda on Raptors live stream because we were doing anything to distract us from the monstrosity that was going on our TV screens last night. But it's reared its ugly head up again, and we're watching the Raptors currently down by, like, what is even the math here? Down by like 30 points. Like 30 plus. Well, you just don't like to see it, you know? You just don't like to see it. Precious Achiuwa from 3. Oh! Man, what? Precious Achiuwa. Stretching the floor. All right, guys. The oven mitts are off, Tom. The big sneeze in the building, knocking it down. That's our guy. Bogdanovich to the corner. DeLon Wright jacks up the corner 3. That's money all day. Former Raptor. 95-68 the current score. Just over 3 minutes until the fourth quarter. Fred VanVleet passes the ball to Siakam off the cut. Oh, nice little move there on the screen and go. Raptors get a bucket. 3 minutes left. Down by 25. What can the Raptors muster up here? Trae Young feeds it over to Onyeka for the alley-oop, man. No one's boxing out Precious. I know you're doing a great job offensively tonight, but put a body on someone. Box out. You let that man fly in from half court to dunk that thing. All right. Fred VanVleet throws it over to Siakam. Siakam's guarded by DeLon Wright, and then Fred gets it right back to Pascal now. Pascal turns it over. And then in transition, Hunter with the dunk. Wow. Our defense does suck right now. I see Scooby-Doo in the chat saying our defense is just, it's dog water right now, man. This is terrible. Fred VanVleet. It's now with Siakam. Siakam driving in. Kicking out to Fred again. Fred back to Siakam. And then Siakam misses the close range floater. Just falls off the rim. And then I was going to say, I thought we fouled for sure there, but we do end up picking up the foul. All right, let me open up the box score right now. I'm curious about this. Why is my app not working? Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. That's weird. I'll try that again in a moment, but like the Score app was not opening for me there. I don't know if anyone else had an issue with that. They might be doing repairs on it or something, but... And guys, if you can do me a big favor, drop a like spike on this video here. Help us get up to 100 likes. We're so close already. 24 more likes to go. It's much appreciated. You guys are the best, and I mean that. Also, isn't it? It's David Johnson's birthday today, right? Hey man, shouts out to David Johnson. I still think we should have drafted Sharif Cooper, but happy birthday to David Johnson. Hope he pans out and hope he's enjoying his birthday. Is he with the Raptors tonight? I don't see him on the bench. I guess he didn't make the cut to a two-way contract. I guess you can promote. I don't know how it works exactly with how many guys you can have on two ways. I don't think David Johnson really made the cut, though. I haven't seen him with the Raptors in months. He's going to be the next Malcolm Miller. I feel like that's what's going to happen. And I'm not just saying that because they wear the same number. They actually kind of play similar too. I swear. Fred VanVleet pulls up in the mid-range. Ooh, there we go. Give me something to cheer about, Freddie. What's he at right now point-wise? My Score app won't open. Oh, and York Baller letting us know 7-2 Leafs. Let's go. The boys in blue taking care of business tonight. Trae Young. He's getting hounded by the Raptors defense. Kicks it to Gallinari, who's met there by Thad Young. Thad playing some close defense. Switches off onto Trae. Trae jacks up a falling corner three. Hits off the backboard. But then on... Great job. No, Thad! That was clean. What? Where's the foul? Where did they foul on Yeka? That's ridiculous. Jose Calderon saying to the lottery, baby. No, guys, we do not belong in the lottery. What do we want to find in the lottery? Like, what are we going to the lottery for? Like, this team just needs experience. They need maybe a couple free agents sprinkled in over the year, but like, over the years. But we got a really good core. They just need to play together. And think about it. We just went on a winning spree. Like in 2022, we're one of the better teams in the league. If you were to break it down just to how the records have gone that calendar year. And we're 2 months into this. I like where the Raptors are headed. They're in a really weird, uncharacteristic stretch at the moment. But I'm keeping the belief. Malachi Flynn with the ball. Make me a believer, Malachi. Let's see. Kicks it over to Fred VanVleet. This is rare that you see Malachi and Fred sharing the court. Fred misses the mid-range shot. Oh, man. Bad defense, bad offense. Pick your poison. It's been a little bit of everything this game. Same as last night in Charlotte. Ramaz saying we should have traded Siakam. Ramaz, come on. If you were to ever trade Siakam, try to do it when he's playing really well. When most fans were asking for him to be traded, that we would not have gotten the value that he deserves. Oh, and there we go, Precious. There we go, Precious Achiuwa. I believe in this kid, man. I believe in him. The big sneeze. Ever since I saw him block Kevin Durant at the Olympics, I knew he was different. I oversampled the hell out of that moment, and I said he's destined for big things. Trae Young tries to jack it up from the logo and misses. And then Fred VanVleet, that's way out of there, man. He put that into the first row. But that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. I have one question. What is going on? This team normally pulls their socks up a little bit in the second half and gets to work. Pulls their sleeves up, their socks up, whatever, man. They get ready to go to work, and they do it in the second half. But this has just been far from a characteristic performance for the Raptors. Last night's continued into tonight. The first quarter was promising. It was like, 27-24 or something. We were up decently. We seemed to be in the driver's seat. John Collins is out on the side of the Hawks tonight. You know, I thought we were smelling blood in the water. That's what I thought. But we have turned into the prey tonight. This is not good. We have Raptors fans in the chat losing their mind. It is an ugly scene at the moment. Wolf in the chat saying Precious is so soft. Wolf, I know you don't mean that. Okay, look, we can say stuff all day about how Precious needs to work on a mid-range jumper or how Precious needs to work on his layup package. That I agree with. But to say he's soft, I don't know if I can. I understand some criticisms of Achua, aka the big sneeze, but I do not understand that one, just to be completely honest. Mustafa is saying, I swear, if Dragic balls out against us, oh my God, guys. If you're going to see a terrible side of me if Goran Dragic like pours on 20 onto the Raptors when we face the Nets. I'm probably going to get myself kicked off of YouTube if that happens. Because I would not be able to just sit here and stomach watching Goran Dragic take it to us for a team that's like 5 ranks below us in the playoffs and in the standings. And I know it's the Nets. Like, they'll be gross. They're one of the best rosters ever assembled on paper. But yeah, that would feel terrible. And the fact that he thought he was so much above what our team is doing to this moment irks me. But then again, you know, at this point, that's the kind of reaction he wants. He wants to be under the opposition's skin. He clearly doesn't give a damn about Toronto anymore. So he'd rather see us upset like this. I'll just wait until we face the Nets and our guys can go and get it back in blood. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, Diljit, the manifesting the W did fail big time. I'll admit that. It's all right, though, guys. You know, the effort counts for something, right? Let's give ourselves a pat on the back. We tried. We did everything we could from the comfort of our couch to try and make this Raptors team win. But, hey, Malachi Flynn jacking up a 3, misses that, and it's rebounded by Bogdanovic, who just manages to stay in bounds. Now it's outletted up the floor to Herter. Herter gets it to DeLon Wright, who's hounded by Van Vliet. Van Vliet deflects it out of bounds, but the Hawks retain the ball. FC saying, my prediction for the Nets game, 96 for Toronto, 120 for the Nets. Not an optimist at the moment, but maybe realistic with the way this team's playing. Look, man, I don't care if the Nets score 200. They just cannot have Goran Dragic get more than like 15 to 20 points. That'll just feel terrible. He's loaded up on bad karma, in my opinion. He doesn't deserve it. So unprofessional. Honestly, Goran Dragic and Kevin Love are the 2 corniest vets in the league. 2 corniest vets. And I'm going to stand on that point. I'm going to stand on it. Because Kevin Love is Mr. like, oh yeah, I'm the fun guy in the locker room. Like, oh yeah, like Ja almost dunked on me. I wish I could have signed that poster for him. Like the lovable vet, right? Like, oh, Kevin Love's the pro. Like, no, he's not, man. This guy, he cries like a baby. Remember when he gave up on the Cavs like last season? Like he was just like throwing the ball at guys and like just looking miserable. He was throwing a tantrum on the court. That's your vet. That's your NBA champion in Cleveland acting like that. And then Goran Dragic, one of the classiest guys in the league, can't even show face for a team that's like 7 games above 500 recently. It's like you guys have the image of such good vets, but both of you are friggin' clowns. Oh my God. Both those guys irk me so much. Especially Kevin Love. Oh my God. And I know that I can't even get into it. The demons are coming out at the moment. Van Vliet gets the ball to it ends up with Achua. Achua goes up and he is blocked by Onyeka. That's out off of the Hawks, so we will be getting the ball back there. Nice defensive play by the Big O. But I want to see a little bit more stat padding for Precious. He's having a good night. And guys, if you can do this, we are 16 likes away from 100. Help me out. Help me get up to 100 here so I can stop begging for likes. You guys know I will do some sick stuff for a like. Help me do this the easy way. Hit that like button. Show support. Show love. And Precious Achua showing us some more talent there. A big-time dunk off the alley-oop from Fred Van Vliet. Those two connecting for a bucket for Toronto. That was pretty. Gallinari throws it down to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic in the mid-range pitches it down to the low post and gets it right back for the three-pointer that spills out. And now Fred Van Vliet has it. Fred Van Vliet and Malachi Flynn still sharing the court together. They want that playmaking level up. I like it. Fred Van Vliet going at Onyeka, steps back, decides not to shoot, gives it to Malachi. Malachi Flynn chopping it up with the dribble. Ooh, oh, just misses that, but he is fouled. Okay. All right. I like that, Malachi. I like that. Lord 2 Senpai asking, did Kevin Love steal your girl or something? No, these are basketball reasons here. I just hate guys that have like this glorified reputation that's just so far from the truth. Kevin Love is not a pro. He's not a good vet. He's a good vet when the team's good. When the team's bad, you want that man 1,000 miles away from your basketball operations because he's going to pout, he's going to complain, and then he's going to wait until the team gets good to start acting like Mr. Happy again. It's like, how about you start ushering in the change, man, rather than being the issue, you grown man baby. And then the same thing can be said for Goran Dragic. The exact same thing can be said. That's all I got to say on that. But no, he did not steal my girl because I do not have a girl to steal. So we are good in that department. But I bet you if I did, he would take her because I friggin' hate this guy. But anyways, we'll move on from that. I'm getting spiteful right now. Gallinari misses the three. When my Raptors are down by 30 points in the fourth quarter, just foul things coming out of my mouth. And Malachi Flynn, this guy will give me something to cheer about. Yes, sir. Getting the tough layup. Beautiful dribble combo, evades 2 Hawk defenders, and there we go. A bucket for Malachi Flynn and a nice one to see. And then we foul. That's a useless foul there at the top of the, basically at half court. Tried to go for the ball. I believe it was Malachi Flynn who ends up getting a piece of Bogdanovic's hand there. Siakam brings it up court. Malachi for 3, misses that, and then Siakam gets the long offensive rebound. Siakam kicking out to Achua. Achua goes, oh, wow, man. Achua, this is insane. Precious is hooping. Hawks call a timeout. This is the Precious Achua, a.k.a. Big Sneeze, game of the year right now. What's he at? Precious Achua currently has 21 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 8 of 11, 3 of 3 from the 3 of 3 from free throw line, 2 of 3 from the 3-point arc. And what does he have for defensive stats? He's got a steal. Does he have any turnovers? Still no turnovers? No, he's got 1 turnover. But great game right now from Precious Achua. Some of the best offense we've seen him play. I feel like 21 points for Achua might be a career high. I wouldn't be surprised to hear that he's had 20 before, but I don't know. I feel like it probably is a career high for him in the NBA. I feel like it is. Let me know if someone can confirm that in the chat. And guys, we are 10 measly likes away. Please, sir, just a little bit more. Get me to 100. It's real love. Thank you, guys. So Van Vliet at the moment, he cooled right off from 3-point. He's missed 5. Last 5 3-pointers attempted. He went from being 5 of 9 to 5 of 14. That took a turn for the worse. That kind of played into why we're at the score deficit that we are at the moment. Precious Achua has kind of been the lone soldier. He's been the big positive tonight. Iceman like Gervin saying, why are Pascal and FVV in the game? They haven't had the best night. I mean, you're probably going to ride or die with your best players. You got to show some confidence in them even when they're down like this. But yeah, no, Iceman like Gervin, I'm with you. They are playing bad. But you know, what's the alternative almost? That's where I look at this bench and I'm like, we have defenders. That's no doubt. But we need guys who can contribute and create more offensively. That's going to hinder us when it comes to our depth for a long time until we can do something about it. Evil in the chat saying, just 2 games. Can't hurt too much, right? Right? Hey, I don't think so either. I'm looking at the macro scale, and I think that I think we're okay. This sucks. It's tough to watch. It's concerning. I will say that it is concerning, but I'm also not like hitting the ultra season panic button. Let's go to the lottery. Like, no, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think we need to do that. All right, DeAndre Hunter with the ball. This is going to be like the Mavs game 2.0 when Kyle Lowry brought us back into that game. We forced the turnover there, but they retrieve the ball right off of the turnover. It's with DeAndre Hunter, goes back to Onyeka, and then over to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic driving, kicking. Gallinari's going to shoot the three and just misses. And somehow Precious and Chris Boucher both end up on their back there. But Malachi Flynn leading the charge, hands it off to Chris Boucher, who gets it to Siakam. Siakam drives it on Onyeka Okongwu, kicks out. Malachi thought about shooting the three. Instead, he drives, gets fouled, and count it. Oh, no. Bro, the league is hard on Malachi. If that was any other player, I swear, in the whole NBA, they would be counting that as an and one. Let's see. Yeah, no, he picked up the dribble. No question. If that was Trae Young, that would 110% be a continuation and one. That's Bush League. That is Bush League. Put some respect on Malachi's name. I almost mispronounced it there. On Malachi's name. Okay, Alien X is saying Achua is 2 points away from his career high. So his career high, I guess, is 23. He's at 21. Yeah, he's at 21. So, I mean, we got 8 minutes, just over that, left in this game. And I think Nick Nurse will probably keep Achua out here. He's been playing amazing. Let's hope he can get it. And guys, are we out of this game completely? Like, what do you guys think? Are we written off entirely? I tend to think that there is a small chance we could come back here. I just said like the Cavaliers game, like the Mavericks game where Kyle Lowry led us back. And there we go. Beautiful find to Scotty Barnes there, who was just ready to put up that soft floater. He couldn't hit it at All-Star Weekend, but he hits it when it counts. There we go. 107-86. We're on a 10-0 scoring run. Oh, we got the full court press out. We always play better when we do the full court press. Trae Young kicks it down. Hunter takes a three, misses that one. Scotty Barnes kind of rebounds it there to Chris Boucher, and now it's with Pascal Siakam. Siakam's going to push the pace like he does, and then misses that. That was a pretty ugly take. And then, wow, great job by Achua. Gets the jump ball there versus Hunter. Wow. That was a fortuitous call for sure. No doubt. Got to give the referees their credit there. Alien X saying we can win. I like it. Let's manifest it. Diljit, where are you at? We're still manifesting this, man. Tom Moreau does it. Tom Moreau, you're too real, Tom. Come on. Pretend with us here. The Raptors have a chance. Say it with me. They have a chance. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. I can't even say that, man. The fourth quarter has been ugly at times too, but Raps are on a 10-0 scoring run, and we get the ball back here off of that tip ball, but what just happened? Chris Boucher got it and was like, actually, no, and then gives it right to Gallinari. That is ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. What are you thinking, Chris? Chris has the butteriest fingers in the world. DeAndre Hunter puts that up, misses. Good defense there by Toronto. Oh, and then Trae Young picks it off. Come on. That was a sloppy outlet pass. And then Trae Young feeds it to the corner to DeAndre, and then it's to Gallinari. Gallinari pump fake. Oh, wow. What a play make. What a pass by Gallinari. Wow. Finds Onyeka. That was kind of like a no-look fake to zip pass. That was a finesse play. For anyone that saw that, got to tip my hat to that one. Malachi driving, with the left. Nick Nurse, play this man a little bit more. Like, we were sitting here asking for a bench player to score. We need to see more of Malachi Flynn. He's giving you such little reason to not play him. I know that Delano Banton's giving you moments to have more faith in him. Okay, fair, granted. but at least give Malachi a chance to defend his title, to defend his position. It was handed to Delano Banton on opening day and never looked right back to Malachi Flynn. Never. He deserves a chance. And I'm happy he's getting it tonight. Although, again, it has to come in a stupid performance like this by the Raps. Onyeka with the floater, gets it to go. I thought that was going to miss. Malachi has it. Come on, Malachi, show me something. Show me something. Or Precious, one of you two. Siakam with it instead. Let's see what he can get up to. Gets it stolen. What a choke job of a game by Siakam and Fred right now. They had great first quarter and then just literally retired after that. And there we go. Okay, Pascal. Okay, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Gets it to go with the left. We're down 21 still, but let's see a little bit of fight. Take back your pride a little bit, because the Hawks and the Hornets currently are co-owners of this franchise, and I need some Raptors players to do something about it. Siakam gives it to Achua. The big sneeze. Yanks it in the mid-range. Oh, I thought he was going to get the shooter's bounce. That really long arcing rebound. I thought it was going to go right back down into the hoop. It does not, unfortunately. And then the Hawks are getting it up court, fighting through that full court press. Hunter has it back to Gallinari. Gallinari thought about the three, kicks it out to Bogdanovic, who is going to yank it from three, and he hits it. On a positive note, Tristan Phipps is pointing out something that I've been noticing as well. Achua's ball handling is improving. Big time. Big time. And guys, I need to distract myself for a moment because, also, we are 5 likes away from that 100 like mark. If you guys can help me get there, please do. I will not ask for more likes. I will not drop any more like spikes in this live stream. But guys, if you'd help hammer me to 100, you know it would be appreciated. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching as well. I always feel the support. Oh my God. The Leafs game is currently 8-6. What? That's crazy. What are the goals? So Nylander, Bunting, Kampf, Marner, hat trick. Natural hat trick in the second period alone for Mitch Marner. He gets his 20th of the season. What? Austin Matthews rips one. Ilya Mikheyev. Oh my God. In the third period, they have 4 goals. Like not the Flyers. The Red Wings do. I'm sorry. I know I got my basketball people in here, but what a wild Leafs game tonight. Tune into Leafs Digest for the post-game show. I will see you there. Yeah, Evil in the chat saying 8-6 sounds like a baseball game. It really does. Oh my God. Wild outcome there. Yeah, as I just said, Red Wings getting 4 goals in the third period so far. Hopefully that stops. Like I said, no lead is safe with the Leafs. I said it earlier in this live stream. I was like, they can take away a lead from a team really quick because of how good offensively they are, and they can lose a lead really quick with how bad they are on D sometimes. So we're seeing both sides of that this game. Oh, Predator Kingdom. I need to play the hot takes animation for that comment there. Predator Kingdom is saying, let me pull it up here. Malachi is like Zach LaVine, and those Seattle ballers can really ball. Okay, first of all, you are correct. Those Seattle ballers can really ball. Shout out to Isaiah Thomas. He's from the Seattle area. Shout out to Jamal Crawford. He's from the Seattle area. They got some real ankle bully point guards, and Malachi kind of fits into that category too. They got a cool brand out there, and Paulo Banchero, the probably the number 1 prospect in this upcoming draft, is also a Seattle Hooper as well. But I can't lie. I cannot lie. I do not see the Zach LaVine comparison, but I'll take the compliments for Malachi because normally I'm the only one doing it. So I like the enthusiasm. I definitely do. All right, 114-90. Trae Young, floater in the lane, gets it to go, man. He's got like a 40-piece tonight at least. Siakam gets it up the floor to Thad. Thad's had a rough game. This was someone I was very excited to see. Okay, as much as Thad's like turning over the ball, he's making decent passes, and the cutters are just not looking for it. Siakam fumbled one. Precious Achiuwa wasn't even looking at Thad when he made that beautiful pass. If you're going to cut, be ready to receive the ball, even if you're not looking directly at the passer. Be ready. Thad has like 3 turnovers this game just because guys are fumbling the ball or not even looking. I don't know. It's not good. Same thing happens all the time with Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes should be averaging like 5 assists. But instead he's like been at 3.5 the whole season because no one can finish off of this kid's passes. Oh. All right. Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen this from the Raptors, but they're kind of trying to run the offense through Achiuwa. I would never have seen this coming. But in desperate times, call for desperate measures. And being down by this much is definitely desperate times. We're still trailing by technically 28 at the moment. It's been like 30 for the whole second half almost. Malachi Flynn gets that loose ball. Attaboy, Malachi. Flynn with it. Malachi. Oh, chopping it up with the dribble. Shoots over. Misses that. And it's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. He gets the offensive board. He's covered by Trae Young. Lazy cross-court pass. Rainbow pass. Picked off by the Hawks. Scotty Barnes, give your head a shake. Trae Young kicks it out to the Velvet Mamba. Misses that one. And then it's rebounded by Barnes again. Barnes is pushing the pace up the floor. He tries to find Thad on the entry pass, and okay, that's a foul. Just another pass that'll lead to a scoring play for the Raptors that will not show up as an assist for Scotty Barnes. This kid is robbed of his assist numbers. Guys. And shouts out to everyone who's watching. We got over 100 viewers in here right now, and we have over 100 likes. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it tons. All right, Thad Young at the line here. He's got a weird shooting form, man. He kind of like, you know the cookout legs? You guys know what I'm talking about? When you have like the paper plate on your legs and you're sitting in a lawn chair or whatever, and you're like trying to like cut chicken or whatever, and it's like your legs are bent inward. The cookout legs. You guys know what I'm talking about. When he goes to shoot, I'm talking about Thad Young, he gets the cookout leg stance. He gets the knees inverted a little bit. He crouches, leans back, and then he yanks the ball. It kind of looks like a Chris Boucher shot, kind of, but except with even like a more narrow base. It's awkward to see. You know, no one will ever have as weird of a free throw form as Chuck Hayes. I will stand on that. Oh my God, Thad misses the second, bro. Padlock the gym. I'm going to get back to saying that. Padlock the friggin' gym. And then that's out of bounds off of the Hawks. The Hawks are emptying their bench right now. We see Kevin Knox out there. So you know it's garbage time. Delano Banton and Malachi Flynn on the court together. You love to see legends coexisting. It's beautiful, Nick Nurse. And then Malachi's been robbed of some threes. I know it's hard to say you get robbed of a three. The shot either goes in or it doesn't, but he's had a few that were spot on that just rattled out. He's taking good shots. Oh, wow. And a big angry dunk there by that Hawks player. I don't know who that is, but throws it down. Oh, yeah, and the Hawks bench is juiced up for him. You know that was his first bucket. And then, there you go. Yuta Watanabe with a little floater in the lane, gets it to go. He's been AWOL for the last while. Oh, wow. Is Cheng? I didn't hear his name properly, but he hits a three for the Hawks. Delano Banton kicks it out to Champagnie. Flynn over to Utah, who shoots a three. Just misses, and it's rebounded by Atlanta. 1:35 left to go in this one, folks. We are losing, as Ahmed points out in the chat, we are losing by 32. Pray for us. Pray for this Raptors team. Wow. Oh, Thad with a nice behind the back dribble, kicks it out to Champagny. Come on, Justin, hit that air ball. Are you serious? That's a wide open shot on the Thad. Wow, that was a nice pass there from Yuta Watanabe. Finds Thad Young in the key, who gets the uncontested dunk. Tristan saying lack of effort from Thad right now, losing respect. I won't comment on the effort side of things too much, but I've lost a little bit of respect for his game in the past couple nights as well. I think that if this team can keep their head on a swivel on cuts a bit better, then Thad Young will look a bit better, because right now his turnovers are kind of the fault of the people receiving the passes. But in general, I agree with you. He's been underwhelming compared to the kind of impact I hoped he would have. Still going to remain optimistic, though. This guy's a vet. It'll be more than just what he's doing on the floor in terms of his impact to the Raptors organization. Delano Banton closes out to prevent a three-pointer there from the corner, and it's still with the Hawks here. Knox throws it in. It's on the baseline with Johnson, and Johnson gets the jam. It is just like the towel's been thrown in. It's done. Delano Banton driving the baseline, kicks to Yuta Watanabe. Watanabe just gets the three to sit. Nice find by our guy Banton. Yeah, Banton can really get some mustard on the ball. He can zing that thing. Ryan Henderson is asking, how am I still watching this game? And you know what, Ryan? With the timeout called here, being down 30 plus points with 40 seconds left, I have found that I am asking myself the same thing. And for that reason, I actually think I'm going to start wrapping it up right now. This game was just as ugly as the last one, in my opinion. I think that last night felt a bit more demoralizing, but tonight, when you break it down, might even be worse, because we felt the pain of last night and came out and did this again and did it again. It's like I could have just almost pretended that Hornets game never happened if you had gone on the road and even played a close game that you lost. Okay, whatever, though. We're settled back in. The All-Star break's done. We'll write that off as a weird anomaly. No, this is no longer an anomaly. This is 2 nights in a row. The hell's going on? And I don't know. I see some people throwing out some suggestions of what they think's going on in the chat. Make sure to check that out. I'm seeing fatigue as a main reason. That'll definitely play a role. But if your name's not Fred VanVleet or Scotty Barnes, you don't really have an excuse. And Scotty Barnes and Precious Achiuwa, who were at All-Star Weekend as well, they've been like the only good players over the past couple games. So those guys are energized. What was the rest of the team doing? I know Siakam was on vacation. He looks like he's still in Cancun. I don't know what's going on, but we got to figure it out quickly. Anthony's asking how we feeling about the Brooklyn Nets matchup next. I don't know, but someone's got to go out there and take a liberty immediately on Goran Dragic. I don't mean that literally, but Goran Dragic, I hope we can absolutely lock him down. I don't care. Face guard him all game. Even if it throws off the strategy, it's personal when we face Goran Dragic. I need someone to dunk on him. Make it Scotty. Anyways, guys, 20 seconds left in this one. You can see the score for yourself. It is 127-98. Delano Banton has the ball, shoots the mid-range, just misses that, and it's retrieved there by Yuta Watanabe. Delano gets it back, gets it off the glass to go. Good stuff from Delano Banton. 11.6 seconds left. Yeah. Closing time. One last call for alcohol. And make that 5 shots, because that was hard to watch. Pour me up a drink. That is something take my mind off of what I just saw. Raptors getting slapped by 30. I believe 127-100 is the final score. Lonnie in the chat's throwing down a Hawks Nation. Hey, you guys embarrassed us tonight. I'll give you that one. And the fact that this came right after the Charlotte game is horrendous. I know that Nick Nurse is going to be so disappointed at his team. The hell's going on with Khem Birch? Pascal Siakam, you figured it out. I have faith that you'll do it again, but you're looking bad at the moment. You got to get your mental out of Cancun, back into the NBA season. Don't take the fact that you weren't an all-star replacement and make it personal. Oh, no. Tom, no. This is why I've cooled down on the bets, ladies and gentlemen, because of the pain that I'm sure Tom is feeling right now. He's saying, no, just lost $200 by a point. So Tom Moreau, he's got, I'm going to call it a toxic habit of fading the Raptors when we're playing really bad and just betting a crazy alternate spread against them. Tonight, it bit my guy Tom. And normally I would sit here and be like, you deserve that for fading the Raptors. But I just feel so genuinely bad for Tom right now because this Raptors team deserves to be faded. And that's tough, losing $200 on a bet. I've been there, which is why I'm not betting right now. But yeah, that's a tough break. That is a tough beat, as they say in gambling. And shouts out to Tom Moreau for his super chat. The guy loses $200, but still generous enough to fork me a super chat. Always appreciate it. But the Raptors deserve to be faded right now. Normally, I would be busting his chops a little bit about it. Not now. Oh my God, that Precious dunk was nasty. That was nasty. That was the highlight of the game. I'm just getting the replay on that right now. But this team, put the mortgage on it. Start fading them because this is not the Raptors I know. It's not. Cancun Siakam needs to come to an end. And Fred VanVleet needs to realize that even though he's a great point guard, he's not quite Chris Paul yet. Play humble, get others engaged, and mix in the occasional Malachi Flynn sighting. But we don't even need to go there. We got bigger problems than whether or not Malachi Flynn is playing or not. The guys who have been leading us need to step back up. Come on, Gary Trent Jr., get the flame reignited a little bit here. That's what I'm hoping for. But tonight, it started out good. First quarter was all, it was all roses there. But it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And tonight we started good, but finished terrible. And now we're on a 2-game skid. 32-27 is our current record. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me on live stream regardless. I genuinely believe I have one of the best niche communities on YouTube. So much support, so much love, and so much basketball IQ, and just the respect for each other's opinions is always very high in here, even though there's a lot of confliction and arguing. And I got to say, our space is a fun, friendly one. And I thank you guys for making it that every single live stream. So I am going to be getting off now. If you guys want to get an update on a more bright note in the sports world in Toronto, check out the Leafs Digest postgame because an 8-6 victory, I believe. Let me see if it actually ended off like that. Let me see. Oh my God. The final score of the Leafs game was 9-7. It's not even done yet. And it's 9-7. Whew. Anyways, guys, go hit a subscribe on Leafs Digest. Tune in, tap in. We appreciate it. And in the meantime, I'm signing off.